Have you ever heard a sound that you know shouldn't be there? Not just a whisper in the dark, but a clear, familiar sound coming from an impossible place. This is the story of The Last Echo, a tale that begins with an innocent gift and ends with a question that will forever echo in your mind. Sami, a young and talented sound engineer, lived for his passion, recording rare and unique sounds. For his 30th birthday, his close friend Ali gave him a rare, vintage reel-to-reel tape recorder from the 1950s. The device was a masterpiece, in near-perfect condition, its reels spinning with an elegant silence. Ali joked, "They say these machines can capture more than just sound. Maybe they capture the souls of words." Sami laughed, not taking it seriously. That night, Sami couldn't resist his curiosity. He took the machine to his small studio in the basement, a space completely isolated from any outside noise. He wanted to test the purity of its recording, so he decided to record 5 minutes of absolute silence. He closed the door, turned on the machine, and watched the reels spin in the dead quiet. After the recording was done, he rewound the tape to listen to the result. At first, it was just as he expected. Silence. But after about a minute, he began to hear something very faint, something that sounded like a whisper. He turned up the volume and froze. It wasn't a random whisper. It was the voice of a little girl singing an old lullaby, a song his grandmother used to sing to him as a child. The voice was clear but distant, as if coming from another room through the wall of time. A chill ran down Sami's spine. Where did this voice come from? The studio was perfectly soundproofed, and no one else was home. Could it be radio interference? Impossible. The machine wasn't connected to any radio frequencies. The next day, he tried again. This time, he spoke aloud into the microphone. "Is anyone here?" Then he played back the recording. At first, he only heard his own voice, clear and strong. But moments after his question, in the silence that followed, a reply came. The voice of an old woman, filled with weariness and sorrow, whispered a single word: "Always." Here, curiosity turned into real fear. Sami started researching the history of the device. He discovered it had belonged to a family who died in a mysterious house fire in the 1960s. The only survivor was a little girl, but she disappeared after the incident and was never found. The report said that neighbors used to hear her singing the same lullaby Sami had heard. He no longer dared to use the machine. He packed it away and hid it in the deepest corner of his basement. But the story didn't end there. On quiet nights, when silence filled the house, Sami started hearing faint sounds coming from the direction of the basement. Whispers, muffled laughter, and sometimes the crying of a child. The sounds weren't coming from the machine this time. They were echoing within the walls of the house itself, as if the device had awakened something that had been dormant. One night, Sami woke up to a loud, piercing scream coming from his phone. It was a call from Ali's number, his friend who had given him the recorder. When he answered in terror, he didn't hear Ali's voice. Instead, he heard a distorted, metallic sound, the voice of the same old woman, repeating endlessly, "We took him. It's his turn to listen now." Sami ended the call, his hands trembling, and tried to call Ali back again and again, but his phone was off. The next morning, he reported his friend missing to the police. Ali was never found, just like the little girl who had vanished decades ago. As for Sami, he stopped recording sounds. He sold his house and moved far away. but he never escaped the echo. To this day, he says he still hears whispers in moments of complete silence. Not on recording devices, but in his own ears, in his mind. Voices that haunt him, reminding him of the cursed gift and the friend who was swallowed by the silence. And the question that remains is, were those sounds just an echo from the past? Or were they an invitation for Sami to join them in their silent world? No one knows. But the only thing for certain is that some sounds, once heard, never truly go away.